Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Elise, Plan with Elise, and today we are making another spread for one of my patrons. So this spread is a big vertical happy planner spread, and this one is going to be for Jess, who requested a pastel spread, which is something I am happy to do, but it's funny because I don't really gravitate towards pastel stickers. So I was like, okay, I need to look. This isn't working very well. I need to look through my stickers and figure out what I actually have in pastel to be able to do this with. So I came across Free Spirit and Color Story 1. And what's really interesting about this Color Story 1 sticker book is that aside from these stickers, I feel like everything else is pretty much the same color scheme. I feel like some of this is definitely from Free Spirit and some of it is from a wellness sticker book, but it's a lot of the same color scheme besides those first two pages. And then I still have a decent amount of stickers from this original Free Spirit, and I feel like it's really pretty and it's just going to be a nice, soft, like pastel spread for Jess. So hopefully we can do this nicely and she enjoys it. So let's first put that sticker down, reach for the stars, and we are going to cover up this line. The pen isn't working that well, which usually means that I just need to clean off the tip and go over it again, which also seems to not really be working. So we're gonna try a backup one. It's not always as easy to go over it the second time, but the ink is flowing really nicely right now. So it just means that this is the better choice. I feel like this went down crooked. Let's try that again. Okay, let's get a little bit of a better visual on that in terms of it being straight. And then we just have a tiny bit more to cover up right over here. Okay, reach for the stars. And then because I don't want to forget to include another big quote like that, I think I'm going to take another one. I don't know if Jess feels the same way I do about foil stickers, but we know how I feel about them. I don't really like them. So I think that I'm going to stick with not doing foil ones because that's what I would do if it were my spread. I really need to just move over the pen that's not working. Is this the one that works? This is the one that works. All right. We're gonna cover that. I'm trying to be a little bit more particular this time because this is a lighter sticker and I'm going to move that pen aside so I don't accidentally pull it again. And then we have Wild Heart. So a little bit of balance. Then let's bring in, I also like these notes stickers. I think that these are fun and maybe we can do something around it that's a little bit decorative, like these stars or something here. So what if we put this right down here, but I'm gonna center it and then cover up using the Better pen. This is a white Uniball Signo. The other one probably just needs to be stored upside down since cleaning off the tip didn't work perfectly. So we'll put this down so that you don't see the line through it. And then I grab my tweezers and bring in, I think, some of these little like star elements throughout this. Let's go for this one. It's a little bit smaller. I think that where I probably tend to stay away from pastel is because the colors don't pop as much on the spread because they are pastel, but it doesn't mean that it can't be used. It's just not typically my go-to, but something like this kind of forces me to experiment with colors and kind of designs that I wouldn't always gravitate towards. So it's a fun little challenge. let's bring this one in and maybe like there will give me enough space to kind of have this go around. I may add some more in too, but I think for now, this is good. We'll probably add some more, but let's go back and kind of get this more functional the way that I like my planners to be. So I'm going back and forth between these two sticker books, but I definitely need, oh, these would have been good. Okay, we're going to come back. Oh, and we also have more. So we had Reach for the Stars. I kind of like I'm a Daydreamer, maybe instead of Wild Heart, but then we already put that purple. So we may just leave that be and just go for some functional boxes. I like the idea of daily reflection. I don't know if she wants that in there though. Before I jumped into this, I should have found out like how much do we want that's, you know, wellness focused, right? Because I'm the one who chose the wellness stickers, and how much that's more just pastel. I really like this quote. There is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle, and I want to use it. I just need to decide exactly where. So I'm looking for a more decorative patterned box sticker that I can kind of layer around it. Like sort of this. This is a really good one, so I don't necessarily want to change this sticker much, but okay, we're not going to do that one. The struggle. Unless I'm like missing. Okay, this is the style that I was kind of looking for. So I think we can actually do this. If there's maybe one of these. Okay, this is the one we're gonna switch around a little bit. So I'm actually gonna cut this box out. And we're going to use the color part to kind of frame this sticker a little bit better. But I'm not going to use it there because I've lost a little bit of my functionality with putting a larger quote up top. So I think we're going to put this here. And then, no, that's not going to work. It needs to go higher. I couldn't quite visualize exactly how this needed to go. I'm just going to spin this upside down and give it a little bit more height right up here. Okay. And then let's bring this in. So it looks like it's layered over it, but it's really just the border. I think that's pretty, except it's crooked. And I'm trying to figure out which part is crooked. I don't think it's the border. I think it was the way that I placed this sticker down. Is that better? Yes, that's better. Okay, now let's get back to what I originally wanted to do over here, and that was some functional stickers. I also pulled out, and I don't know if the colors are right, but I pulled out Pastel Shapes by Mojo Jojo because I thought, yeah, some of these are going to be the right color. Some of them are not. So like the purple works. Let's see. The purple works. This green works a little bit, like the seafoam. The blue, maybe. And I think this is where like I get stuck in my own way, because for me, I need, you know, a box and a checklist on every day, and it has to be very organized and segmented. And I'm going to try with these spreads when I want to and when I have permission to kind of go outside the lines a little bit in terms of not having everything look so similar. So like bringing in this sticker, Just Breathe, I think could work nicely right here. And then we can even bring in this flower. Like if I lift this sticker up and this one, a little bit of layering after the fact, just to kind of fill in some of the blank space that I'm creating. Like that's pretty. And we can just bring this one in like right over here. And it becomes softer. It's a nice look. I am going to do checklists because I feel like the only way I know how to plan a big spread is to use a checklist stencil. We also have these, which are really fun to use. I don't want this to look like Mickey ears. So I do have to be mindful to not like do that. But I think that this might end up being really pretty over here. But let's talk about that for a sec. If I put this here, I'm stuck making both of these the functional space in terms of checklists, unless I make these 3 checklists and maybe these 4 checklists, and I just kind of play around throughout the rest of the spread. That may be an option too. So let's experiment with it. Like I said, I'm going to try to go outside the box. I haven't been given specific instructions for this besides pastel. So we are going to experiment. So I'm going to go all the way across the bottom with these 3 and try to get them just about lined up. It's not as easy to do going across versus when I alternate boxes, and you can't quite tell if I haven't put them in the exact same spot, but I think we're doing okay here. Let's get this one down. And then I want to see if I can find a little header box to put on top of these. What's also nice about these being all the way across the bottom like this is if she doesn't need as much functional space and maybe wants to journal a little bit, that may even be an option. We've got these. These are cute. And we have plenty of them. So let's take these 3. Put this here for like today, to do, important, those kinds of headings. This is pretty. Okay, I'm excited about it. I like that. And I like how the arrows are kind of going all the way across. I think that looks nice. Now, we need something over here that's more functional because really we have 2 boxes here, but now none over here and here. So again, I don't want this to become a Mickey ear style. So maybe an option is to bring in the purple that I have over here and put this, we're going to lift this guy and bring this in as another functional element in the spread. And cross these. Okay, I think that adds a lot of cool height. The only thing I'm trying to decide is if it bothers me that this isn't centered within this space. So maybe the thing to do here is also cover up this line. I think that makes a big difference. Like sometimes just the small little things can make a big difference in the spread. Now let's look for probably a square shaped box, or, well, yeah, I wanted to bring in a square shaped box. I also like a daily reflection in here. I kind of want to do a daily reflection. What if we take this gray, because I used gray over here, and I bring this in for some space for her to reflect? I think that's a good one. We all need some time to reflect, right? And then I want to go back to one of these flowers. So I have the gray. Let's take this purple. I just think this purple is really pretty. And I'm going to put this right over here, kind of as close to the punch as I can get it. And then we're going to put this daily reflection down. Okay. Oh, I think it's really fun. I think it's pretty. It's soft, and it's so far, it feels relaxing to me. feel like we were up a little bit high. Hopefully it wasn't high up that whole time. Okay, now let's do the checklist, but we're going to go across the top this time. And I'm using as my pen a Sarasa Dry. I had to double check on the title. I like this probably as my current favorite pen. This is a 0.5. I could probably be happier with a Sarasa Dry 0.38. I used to love the Sharpie S-Gel 0.38, but I was finding that it was getting a little bit scratchy. But sometimes this 0.5 feels a little bit thicker than 0.5. So I don't know. We may be on a pen searching journey at some point in the future. That's probably last on the list of my current priorities, but it might be something we see. I needed to pause the video for a second because I desperately needed to turn on the ceiling fan in my office, which I feel like is something I keep forgetting that I have the option to do. So it's an afternoon. This is a Sunday afternoon video, and it is nice and warm outside. It's like 87. And today's list is plan with Elise work, and I will rest for a bit after I finish this. But I felt like sometimes it can just be like too hot outside. So I was just outside for a while with my family, helping them with some work stuff. So now we're going to get this done. I'm also going to do something with the dates. I don't know exactly what yet, but I am going to cover up the correction tape that I put up there. All right, now what I want to do over here is something similar to what I did on Monday to Tuesday. So I'm going to take a sticker like this. It is going to be a little bit lower because that one I had the space up top to use it, and I don't have that over here. And then we're going to look for a box, which I know there were boxes that were like nestled in, or nested in, nestled. Do you ever say a word and then you're not quite sure if it's the right word? Welcome to my life. Nestled. I don't know. Sometimes I think that, I'm just making sure we're still filming. Sitting here talking to myself is the job that I was meant to have. And I know that my, probably every teacher that I had growing up, and maybe even in college, would agree with that. Because I keep myself company. You keep me company, or maybe I keep you company when you're sitting down watching the video. But in the meantime, I'm just here by myself, trying to entertain myself through this, and also hopefully entertain you in the process. And that's why it just kind of makes me laugh sometimes. So I'm just trying to use this finer tip pen or scissor and not stab myself. Probably should have used a knife on here, but I didn't quite realize until it was too late. There we go. Okay, now we can, oops, I don't want to go over the disc. I also, so this spread has polka dots in it. This is a squad goals planner. The polka dots are on the spine. I don't think they're too bright. I think they're okay. I actually recently purchased a big 2023 planner. Whoops, that almost went upside down. From the Happy Planner, with the intent on using the planner that I bought for these custom spreads, because I have at least 2 patrons who are in this new tier who use a bigger planner. What I didn't realize, because I didn't do my homework and I didn't watch a flip through of the planner, whoops, my fault, is that I think it was Boho Dreams maybe, the spine is colored, and it's like a dark color that I really couldn't quite find a way to make work with pastel stickers. So that was my doing because I didn't look at the full flip through of the planner, but it may be something that I use more in the future for some of these spreads. Okay, now we have that same setup, but I'm missing the flowers. So let's go back and find some florals here. I also want to cover this up. Layering is not usually my specialty, but I think that the key to layering is different heights different textures and colors, of course, and doing the same thing or something similar on each side of the spread. Move this over a little bit. Right there. That's pretty. And then what I can do is take the other part of this sticker and put it here, kind of around that box, and then maybe we can find another flower or a small little quote. What about happiness is this? Right over here. That's pretty. Okay, I'm feeling happy about this spread. Happiness is this spread. This is good. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. How many of us as planners are guilty of feeling like everything needs a plan and we always need to know how it's going to go? I know that I'm quite guilty of that. It's something that I think I've been working on letting go of, and it's not something that I'm always going to be, I'm using the wrong sticker book. Well, they're both similar. It's not something that I'm always going to be able to let go of. I have a lot of things in my life that I've put on my plate and that I need to get done each week. So I can't just like let go and not have a plan. But there are certain times that it's definitely possible to let go, and I just have to be better about it. I want to give Jess a happy list sticker over here in the sidebar. I think that we all need a happy list sticker in our planners. And now I want to look for another daily reflection. I just don't remember. It's probably from this sticker book because this one has wellness in it as part of the color story. There we go. I think we're going to do the green. And then I want to find another little flower like that. So again, doing the same thing on both sides of the planner to help bring in that balance. If we can find them. There we go. Let's do purple. Oh, I did purple on the other side. This sticker is green though. So I think we're just going to do purple here too because I don't have a lot of options. So I'm going to bring this low again as not to take up too much space in the box area. And this time we'll put down the daily reflection. Okay, progress is being made. I want to fix something over here that's bugging me. I know we put this sticker down a while ago, but you can see the line underneath it. So we're gonna cover that up. And then I'm just gonna cover up all the way through here too, because I want to bring something functional in here. So these are fun shapes. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if these are all gonna fit, but I'm sort of thinking to play around a little bit with them, just to give the extra function. Since I used a lot of space for decorative stickers, I want to be sure that I'm giving her as much function as she needs. So we're going to cover up a little bit of this box border so that you don't see it with the other one layered. I think that's enough. Actually, I'm going to switch them because I like the color better to switch. Oops, right there. And then you can't see the line underneath it. And then this one we're going to do right over here, but we need to cover up a tiny bit. This one isn't as bad because it's not being layered over black, but just a little bit of covering up. And that fell off because I didn't have as much down. Okay. And then what I could also do is do like today, maybe we'll do that over here. Today, and I like this, explore the unseen. We'll put that right over there to kind of add a little fun element to these. All right, let's Okay, I wanted to go back to this, right? This note section. So I want some more stars. And I think this time we'll use my smaller scissors. Although the reason I don't usually gravitate towards these scissors is because I feel like they take longer to cut with. Even though they're pretty clean, as I turned it over and saw that they're not, there's sticker remnants all over. But we're gonna make it work. And then we'll put this one right over here. And this time, it might just be easier to use my knife. I have this precision pen cutter by Print Pression. Oops. By Print Pression. I got this at Go Wild. I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, it was cutting. No, it wasn't cutting. Okay. Let's put that back down. Try my slice cutter. The only reason I'm not pulling out my regular knife is because I need 2 hands to open it. And I have 1 hand stuck on this sticker. There we go. And then we can bring this one in right over here, just to kind of border this whole box in some stars. And then we just need 1 more strip up top. I think, what color is that? That's like the reddish. That's the bluish. Maybe we bring back purple a little bit over here. Trying to figure out the right shape for this. That can go there. And then 1 other little grouping. Let's take these. Okay, so now the notes have the stars around them. Let's make sure we can see everything. Oh, I was sitting cross-legged for way too long, and it made it really hard to stretch out my foot. Oh, or my knee. Okay. Note to self, don't sit that way when filming a video. Now I'm deciding how I want the rest of this spread to go. So I think that I want to bring in an important sticker and one of these. Is that going to work? Or I need to go like another color scheme. So let's cover up the note. And this time I'm going to take this to do, no, this needs to go a little bit higher. Let me get a better angle on height here. I'm going to take this to do checklist and change it. I mean, important I think is also probably to do, but we're going to cover this up and make it important as reminders of things that she needs to take care of this week, or even reminders to herself, right? Important things we put in our planner don't always have to be to-do lists. Okay, now I want to go back to the pastel because I want to see if we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe those colors will work. I'm trying to figure out the stickers to kind of redate this, or really let Jess redate this, because I'm not going to put the dates on. I'm going to let her decide what week she's going to use this for. Let's bring in the purple. Let's go for another one of the oranges. I know the orange is a little bit dark. We see it a little over here, so I don't feel like it's completely like out of bounds for what we're doing here. We're going to take a green again, a purple, and then 1 more orange. And now we can flip this over. Also, she can use this for her September currently page if she wants to. Okay. There you go. I mean, the circles obviously get cut off because I'm cutting them, but I think that it looks really cute. The green obviously is not the right month for August, so we're going to cover this up. and look for some sort of heading box that will work for her to replace the month with. I was originally thinking of using these, and now I'm realizing I have enough that I could have used them, but I think the ones I chose actually look pretty good, so I don't think they need to be replaced. These are great heading boxes, except they say me time, and those are hard to cut off without like missing part of it. So I think we'll grab this, and if she uses it for August, she can put August in here or remove this and cover it up with another sticker. But I think we are all set here, and this is Jess's pastel spread. So I hope she likes it. I hope you like it. I'm really happy with how it came out. I feel like it was a little bit of something that I knew was going to be a challenge for me, but I think that this is all really nice and clean with these without it being too busy. So definitely out of my comfort zone a little, but something that I really enjoyed doing. So that is a wrap. I will link everything that I use that I can find online in the description of this video. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.